Hello and welcome to the part 3 of Build Your First Web App. In this lecture, we are going to be customizing the controls we have set up. So we are going to set up some properties for the controls. Alright, so to do that, we click on the controls. So I'll click on this first one here, this box here. The controls are actually called ASP.NET server controls. That's what they're actually called. Okay, so notice that I've clicked on the first control here, and this is the properties relating to that control box. Okay, so this property here references this control box. If you can't see this property option here, you can access it via the view. So if you go view and then go to property window, there should be an option for property window. It's an option right at the bottom that should say property window. So that's the option there that says property window. So if you don't see it, you click on that option within the view tab. You can also press the F4 key on your keyboard, and that should also display the properties window. We are going to make some changes. At the moment, the default name for the control is called text box 1. So we're going to change it. So if you scroll down the properties page here, there should be an option here where it's got ID here. So this is the programmatic ID. We're going to click on this box here and just change it. I'm going to call it first name. So I'll change that and I'll type first name. I'm going to use camel case, which is the first letter will be a lowercase, and then the first letter of the other word will be an uppercase. Alright, so I'm going to leave it like that. This makes it easier to identify the box. Alright, so if I click on that again now, you can see the name should have changed to, look at it, it's changed to first name. So I'll do the same with the second box. I'll click on it. Notice it says text box 2. I'll scroll right down to the end to the programmatic ID here. Click on that. I'll get rid of text 2 and do the same. I use a camel case. Camel case means the first letter is a lowercase, last name. Alright, so we change that for that. If I click on that first box, it says first name. Second one says last name. Great. Also take note that there's no spaces between the names. So notice this last name here, there's no spaces. So with the camel case, I've made sure there's no spaces between the last and the name. Next, we are going to change the text for the button control. So I'll click on the button here, and in the properties window here where it's got button, I'll just change that and just type in the word OK. So that will now become an OK button. You see that? It's printed it there. Alright, so we've got the text for our controls changed. I am going to make some changes to the button control. So I changed the text, but I didn't change the ID. So notice the ID here is still showing button. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap it around. I'm going to call this, I'm going to just call it OK button, lowercase, which is a camel case. Alright, and then I'm going to go to the text. The button should have a text. And in the text, if I scroll through, there should be a text. So this is the text for the button. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to type click me. Click me, please. All right, so that's going to be the text for the button. So if I go back, you can see now the text for the button has changed, but the actual ID, I've given the ID OK button, but the text is different. All right, now the next we're going to do is work on the label. So we've got the label selected. So I'm just going to scroll down to the programmatic ID, which is this one here, and change this to result. I'll do camel case result. All right, I just do results and I just type in label. I'll leave it like that for now. And what I'm going to do, notice there's a text in there, which there's a text value. I'm going to remove that. So let's scroll down and look for the text. This label, I'm going to remove that so that it is blank. I just highlight the text and just get rid of it. So if you go back now, you shouldn't see the text for that should be gone. All right, well done so far. If you have got where we are, I am going to stop this lecture here. It's gone on a bit long, and in the next lecture we are going to start writing the C# code that will determine the behavior of the page. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.